Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, and bots of all programming languages, HTML, Java, C++, Flash, whoever you are, whatever you are, welcome to the channel. It's been a minute since I've done a commentary on this channel. I've kind of done some, with riding. If you've been following, I've been posting a lot of riding stuff, motocross stuff at the track. So I figured, I was feeling a little Pokemon commentary in addition to motocross. So today I have a few talking points I have on my little whiteboard. I'm going to be going over Pokemon investing, kind of pros and cons, or losing money with it, and motocross kind of toward the end of the video. So yeah, if you remember, I think around 2020, 2021, I made another video saying, getting back into, Pokemon and the market and stuff, from being younger. And, I wanted to do more videos on it, but I haven't really gotten to it. I've just been, focusing on other stuff, life things getting in the way. But, yeah, so if you remember, I did a video a while ago, and then I've been wanting to do other ones, but stuff happens, things come up, so figured it would be a good time, and was feeling it, to do a little commentary of the market talk and what's going on. So if you want a too long didn't read, I guess technically now we're in a bull market in the equities and other asset classes. So this means that alternative asset classes could be following along with that. So if you want the gist of it, that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about. So on the whiteboard I have, first we'll be discussing market sentiment, opportunities, Timmy's, losing money, motocross, and then outlook, kind of market outlook, both short and long term. So I'm in the garage right now, was doing some work on the bike. Figure would do a little setup and do a little commentary. So let's get started with the market sentiment. So like I said with the TLDR, we have been in a bull market. There's the bear market between 21, 22 to 23. So now technically we are in a bull market with the equities. So this means that collectibles could be followed, but the technicality speaking, we are in a bull market. We shifted from that bear market. So the sentiment now in Pokemon and collectibles that I've been seeing, witnessing, there's been more positivity. There was a lot of negativity, with the bear market, and people saying, oh, doom and gloom, everything's going down, things are lower priced, nothing's moving. People buying cards or sealed products, not much was happening. But now it seems in the past, what would we say, like month, two, maybe a little bit more, we've seen more positivity now. And it's kind of funny because people at first with Scarlet and Violet, they're saying, oh, this sucks, this is bad. I feel like people, they thought in their mind, oh, if, I stay negative and, I don't want this, new borders, new colors, whatever, pull rates, everything, maybe the Pokemon company, they'll go back to, their old style of printing, the other borders and whatnot, and kind of just looked away. It seems like people just looked away from it. And then, but if you think about the Pokemon company, they're not going to do that. So now I feel like all these people now, they're seeing it, and then I don't know if they think it, or just the sentiment that's online, like, oh my gosh, everything in this set is good now, or I mean this block is good now, the Scarlet and Violet, where before they didn't want it. I mean, we're still seeing it with base set and some other sets, but all in all, it seems people are more positive now. Market sentiment, people are more willing to buy things, or they're looking for things, or going back. So yeah, I'd say that's the general market sentiment for now, and I'll kind of be going back to that, kind of commenting on it as we go down the list. So, and with that market sentiment, next, opportunities. So I feel many people, they're just targeting the things that go up. We've seen Twilight Masquerade going up, 151 going crazy, and then now supposedly all the reprints are coming, and dump everything. It's gonna be worthless. There's gonna be 2 trillion billion more cards printed of just Scarlet and Violet. So I feel like people are rushing into these. I mean, for example, Lost Origin. I sold a booster box, what was I don't know, month or two ago, and then it was one of those where, you know, people don't want things when they're cheap. They're cheap all they don't want it. Then when something doubles or triples in price, that's when people go out to get it. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of goes into the Timmies too. You know, all these could be kind of combined into one. So I'll be commenting, you know, back and forth and relating it to the other points that I have. So there are many opportunities out there, especially in this market, especially in the bear market. I mean, kind of relating back to the start of the video with me saying, oh, you know, I made that video 2020, 21, getting back into it. And I've still been, you know, adding to my positions, you know, through these years, haven't, you know, been, I guess, documenting it or saying it on YouTube or making videos. So I feel like I'll need to start doing that a little bit more as well. But I've still been, you know, adding, subtracting, you know, going into the things I like that I enjoy. And for my collection, I think I enjoy more sealed product than singles. I do have singles, graded cards and whatnot, but my cup of tea is sealed product. Everything, you know, booster boxes, ETBs, you know, sealed I like. And multiple card games too, you know, Pokemon, Magic, other things, but primarily Pokemon is what I enjoy. So there have been opportunities, you know, there's always opportunities in the market. It's just people either are too blind or they have the blinders on looking, oh, you know, Twilight Masquerade is, well, you know, 151, and then they just focus on that and seeing it. But there's a problem with that in where once those moves happen, it could be a while before another move occurs. So, you know, they could buy into it, then they'll lose, or, you know, the market gets stale, or, you know, not much going on, you know, it might go down 10, 20, 30%, whatnot, from, you know, buying in from the highs, you know, Twilight Masquerade, these other sets, and kind of just using rough examples. Alright, so apparently my camera doesn't like me, and it shut off maybe a quarter of the way through the commentary, and I didn't know. When I finished wrapping up, I was talking for another 15 minutes. I checked, and it didn't record. So we are back. I changed it from 60 to 30 FPS. Hopefully that'll help. So if I remember, we were at opportunities. I was talking about the different sets, and kind of into Timmies. So I feel like a lot of these Timmies, they, you know, have their blinders on, you know, focusing on one set or the hype set or what's been increasing, or, you know, Twilight Masquerade has been going up, 151, and they have these blinders on and not, you know, looking at the opportunities that are, you know, available, whether in other sets, single cards, raw cards. I feel like, you know, looking at some of these forums, boards, these comments, these videos, I feel like I need to, you know, put on my goggles and, you know, chest protector and helmet, even to go into these before I look at the comments and see see what's being said in the battlefield of negativity, and everything's going down. So yeah, there's always gonna be Timmies, and I feel like most people, even though they think they may not, are, you know, end up losing money. Or, you know, I think the average, they say, collector or players either in the hobby for 6 months to a year is the average kind of span of it. So it's in that time you don't really see a lot of movement. I mean, there is movement, you know, in that short period of a time, but for other gains to happen, especially in sealed product or even singles, graded cards, raw cards, you know, it takes time longer than that. So you know, back in 2020, 2021, when I made the video, I know I haven't made many since. I've still been in it, you know, adding, subtracting from positions, looking for opportunities. Some of them, especially now, and things I like, both sealed product, a couple, you know, a little sprinkle of graded cards, raw cards have been picking up that either I like, or, you know, both speculation as well, both for speculation and maybe investing, you know, holding them for, you know, years and then getting rid of them, or speculating that, hey, I think this card, you know, may do well in 1 month, 2 months, you know, 6 months to a year, or when people realize, hey, you know, the pull rates might not be as good as people actually think they are. Um, and then I realized, hey, this card is, more rare, and then going that, and then, price starts slowly drifting up. So yeah, a little bit of speculation there. I've been sprinkling it around, little diversification, but, relating back to the Timmies, that's another thing you don't really see. I feel like they're just either focused on one product, one card, and then, it's all negativity when it's going down, or just positivity, everything's great when it's going up, and not either diversifying or looking for opportunities elsewhere, and then end up losing money or not realizing the gains that they thought they could have. So yeah, there's a lot of sets, a lot of opportunities right now in the market. Um, Both with it being a kind of, bull market and people excited to open products, get products, grade cards, play the game. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities, I feel, in my opinion, and even both in sets that are increasing and both sets that people don't like, or, I've seen a lot of negativity with the, when Scarlet and Violet first came out, or all the borders and, the pull rates and, this or that. And then now I feel like people are looking back and, seeing it's maybe not as bad as they thought. I feel like they had the idea, oh, maybe if I stay negative and, say it's all bad online and nothing to it, maybe Pokemon, they'll go back. Maybe the company will go back and print the regular border cards, or, go back if I stay like this long enough. And then, yeah, they stay that way, or, leave the hobby, leave, collecting, and then, the gains happen maybe after they leave and not realizing it. And yeah, I feel like they have this idea, in my opinion, that, oh, if I keep being negative, yeah, they'll go back and go back to the way they printed the other sets. But I mean, it doesn't really work like that. You can keep thinking that, but doesn't mean that it's gonna happen. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Who knows? But yeah, there's a lot of opportunities, both new sets, old sets, um, everything. So I've been looking at mostly sealed product lately. Um, like I said, a couple of single cards, graded cards, but yeah, I've been enjoying. That's what I enjoy the most, is the sealed products as well. And then that's also with some of the, Timmies, or, newer people that come into it, they have the desire to open the product, or maybe they buy it thinking they're gonna keep it sealed, but then they end up opening or not, or kind of going away from their plan or objective or strategy. And that's another thing that people lose sight of, is that long-term goal, or what goal they have going in. Or some people enter blindly, they're just following the hype train. Everyone's liking this card or set, oh, gotta buy it. Then they look back on it like, wait, why did I buy this? I don't really like it as much as I thought I did. So yeah, I feel like a lot of that happens. Then that also brings opportunities if you are longer term, or know what you're looking for. People trying to sell their collections or sets. And then, having the opportunity to buy those in maybe a bulk deal or whatnot. I haven't been doing too much, collection buying, as the Unified Minds box falls. Don't worry, it's empty. Did a little bit, but I've just mostly been liking sealed product, other supplementary stuff. I like, some certain promo stuff, ETBs, things like that. But that's what I enjoy the most. And I feel like that's worked well for me so far. I have a couple ideas, want to expand, and I feel like I want to keep doing and making other videos, just talking about it, kind of having that documentation or whatever it may be. Because I haven't done a lot of that. I know I said I was in that video 2020. Alright, just want to make sure it was still recording. Stop the other one. So yeah, this video is all over the place. Of course, the first one that I finished, what was I talking for, like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and then I looked back and I checked it and it didn't record it, or just stopped recording. So yeah, unfortunately I was happy with the first one, and then yeah, having to redo all of it. And yeah, so anyway, gonna try to pick up where I left off. I'll go down the points again. First, we're covering market sentiment, opportunities, Timmies, losing money, motocross, and then market outlook, both short and long term. So I guess going back, kind of gonna cover the first couple points so I can catch myself up to where I was talking, see if I can recall. So market sentiment, I think we've been seeing a lot of positivity, general positivity. I think we're gonna continue to still see that. Opportunities, there's opportunities everywhere. There have been also the past couple of years, even the bear market that we are having, 2021 to 23 or 22 to 23. There were some opportunities that I was, kind of slowly adding to some positions, maybe not as much as I wanted to, but still was adding a little bit, when I could here and there. Sometimes couldn't, which is okay, because there's always going to be people get blinded and think, oh, they see one opportunity, or when they miss it, then they think there's going to be no more. But it's better, and what I've been trying to do as well is look for more opportunities, even though the one might have passed, or you didn't miss, oh, I should have bought more, I should have bought it, or didn't even buy it at all. It's okay, acknowledge that, learn from it, but there's always more. So I'm trying to, do that more as well, and, have been doing that and looking for both in sealed, graded, singles, raw cards opportunities. There's opportunities everywhere with it. So then relating to the Timmies, all the comments online, comments on videos, forums, they're gonna be everywhere, and they're, voices can be the loudest sometimes, and that they're always typing as much as they can every video, every comment. So yeah, sometimes it can skew your perception, and seeing all of these, it goes along with confirmation bias. Oh, if I think something's good, I'm gonna look up positive things about it, and then it's gonna reinforce that positivity. Or negative as well. Oh, I just think negative of this set or that set. I'm just, this as bad or whatever. Looking up and then seeing those negative comments and reinforcing, oh, I knew, it was bad. It's not going to do anything. It's going down. It's worthless. And then so it's good to kind of see both sides. And what I like to do, either, see what people are saying about, that are negative, see what people are saying about what's positive, and then kind of formulating my own opinion, strategy, and idea, both with speculating and investing in, certain products or cards, and, seeing both sides of it, and then thinking or doing my own research, or looking at, data, and then formulating my own opinion, and maybe either buying more of one thing or not buying any of one, or buying less, whatever it may be. And with it, that kind of goes into losing my with the average collector player being in the hobby for six months to a year. Many of them will be losing money or not being able to see those gains, on a sealed product or card, because it doesn't have enough time to move. And when these people, they want instant gratification. Buying a card, buying a product, oh, I could flip it, or 25% or double my money in a day or two or week or 2 weeks, and they have this kind of short-term mindset and not really seeing the bigger picture, because everyone's basically with social media, that's that instant gratification is everywhere now, or people could see it. I mean, even in the hobby too, see a lot of positivity opening packs. Oh, I paid X amount for this, let's open it up and see, oh, I made my money back. And I feel like you see more of those videos than a lot of creators or people that make videos or whatever showing how many did you have to open that didn't have anything or lost, positive or negative overall gain. So yeah, it can be blinding in seeing that, and the general person, the newer individual or Timmy, can be seeing that, or always the positive, and then, oh, whenever I get started, it's always bad, and then kind of leads down that downward spiral. So then after that, kind of with the losing money, I feel like people don't realize that they do, or maybe they think they're making it, but really they're losing the money, or not factoring in, certain time or effort that it takes to acquire things, or get rid of them, or sell them, or, sell into the market. So yeah, and then not realizing either fees or the logistics that can go into it. So yeah, I've kind of been trying to relate bullet points back to each other as we go along. I know it's been all over the place. I'm gonna need to do more of these. I want to do more of these, more commentary of things that happen, either things that I'm doing or things that I'm seeing, or just my opinion on certain topics. Because I haven't done as much as I wanted to lately. I know if you've been seeing, I've been doing a lot more riding stuff, motocross stuff, live streams at the track. I have some helmet cam stuff I still need to go through, some helmet cam videos. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot. I want to do more of these commentaries and also writing more of that. So, and it's funny, kind of relating back to the Timmies, people think they have an edge in the market, but then their edge is about as dull and flat as my rear tire right now. As I push it down to the rim and my whiteboard falls over, in addition to adding a little spice to the video. So yeah, they think they have an edge, but then it's not an edge, or they falsely believe they're kind of going back into that online, confirmation bias. But then what can work out, especially, in a more positive kind of bull market or positive market sentiment, if you have that edge or a little bit of edge and know how to use it or where to apply it, you could do really well, increase your collection, or make a little bit off of it. You could apply it different ways, and depending what you want to do with your collection, investment, speculation, whatever it may be. So with that, I think kind of gonna wrap it up. Gotta talk about motocross and then the market outlook, kind of short term and long term of my opinion, what I think of it. So getting into the motocross conversation, if you don't know, there's motocross and supercross. So motocross is where they're the outdoor tracks, the outdoor racing. The tracks are 2-3 miles long, the big jumps, usually a lot rougher, natural terrain, longer lap times. And supercross is in the stadiums, in football, baseball stadiums. They bring in these huge sheets of wood, put it down on the turf, the infield, whatever, and then they bring in thousands of truckloads of dirt and make the jumps and whatnot on the racetrack. So the motocross season just finished up, then we had the super motocross playoffs, the finals in Texas. Deegan won the championship. That was a really fun series to watch. So now we have supercross coming up. Supercross is usually during the winter, motocross summer. So yeah, we just finished up the motocross season. It's been weird not watching racing on Saturdays. That's usually when the racing is, but I follow other motorsports, IMSA, Formula One, things like that. So I've been watching some, Saturdays, Sundays for Formula One or other endurance racing, road racing, and but it's been weird not watching motocross and dirt bike racing on Saturdays. So I've been missing that, but. Yeah, like I was saying, you've probably been seeing some videos of, or live streams at the track riding. Like I said, I still have some helmet cam footage to go through. I want to upload some of that. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. And then lastly, our last bullet point, outlook, short and long term of the market. I'll finish up talking about motocross first, and then that. So yeah, at the end of the season we saw Hayden Deegan win the championship and Chase Sexton. I was super bummed to see at the Super Motocross round that Sexton got hurt and then wasn't able to race Motocross of Nations. Motocross of Nations, that was a really cool race. That's basically, I guess you could call it the Olympics of motocross, where each country, they select 3 riders to go and compete wherever it may be in whatever country. So this year was in the UK, Matterley Basin. Yeah, it was awesome seeing. You had so many high caliber riders and battling, and everyone come together, because there's a European series and an American series. So those riders, don't ride with each other often or race with each other. So then seeing them all come together from each country and seeing that, it was a really good race, and yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. So that was a good time. That was a couple weekends ago now. But yeah, I think that kind of wraps up a little motocross bullet point. Now lastly, market sentiment, long term and short term. So short term, I think we are going to see the positivity still in the market, increased prices, either people getting back into it. I don't think it's going to be as instantaneous as maybe some people think. I think it's kind of going to be a slow roll into increased prices, products increasing, maybe older products out of print products. I don't think all products are going to be affected at the same time. I feel like it's going to take some time, maybe one booster box from a set goes up, but another one, the ETB is going up and everything else is staying flat. But I feel like slowly we're going to see more and more products from each side either creeping up, going up, and then slowly shifting upward. And then in the long term, I feel like we're going to keep seeing the increased positivity, the stronger market. I feel like we can see some dips either in certain products or sets, or maybe reprints come and certain sets and they drop, or we just have the 151 reprint announced, and maybe people will be trying to fire sell or done with it, or think, oh, there's gonna be so many millions more, hundreds of trillions and billions of things printed, everything's worthless, and then they sell. So I feel like we might see some dips long term, but for the most part, I think we continue to see this strong market and stronger prices. Anyway, feel like that wraps it up for the video. I know it was all over the place. Hopefully this end didn't cut out either. We went over market sentiment, opportunities, Timmy's losing money, motocross, and outlook both short and long term. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages and bots of all programming languages, HTML, Java, C++, Flash, whoever you are, whatever you are, thanks for watching.